Escape to paradise with a relaxing 6-night stay in the iconic islands of Tahiti and Moorea. Enjoy an all-inclusive non-stop flight to Tahiti from Seattle or Los Angeles on Air Tahiti Nui, the world's most immersive travel experience. From the vibrant cabins to the warm and welcoming crew, you will be transported to Tahiti from the moment you step on board. This dream getaway also includes beautiful accommodations, excursions, daily breakfast, all transfers, and more, starting at just $26.95 per person. Call 1-877-468-2448 to book yours today.
Lovers wants to know, ever forget Valentine's Day in the past? Need to make up for it? Do it and them right this time with the perfect pleasure present from Lovers stores. Whether you're looking for spicy toys, alluring lingerie, or exciting accessories, Lovers has it all. Save 20% when you mention unforgettable at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until February 28th. Some exclusions apply.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When that pipe starts to trickle and you're in a real pickle, call Pinky. When that burst pipe starts to smell right, call Pinky. When your water heater's shot and it won't get hot, call Pinky. When you get home to a flood, call your best bud. Pinky's Plumbing to the rescue. No job is too big or too small. Pinky's does it all. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
When your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's.
All right, places, please. The Daily Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens.
Sarah clucking.
Other animals. And action. This is the Daily Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daily Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
What is shaking, Rockaholics? Happy Thirsty Thursday.
What's shaking with you?
You know, I was just thinking this morning about the fact that most stores, grocery stores, Costco, Target, all give me a level of anxiety.
Yeah.
But the one store that does not do that to me is the country store.
What's in the country store? I'd imagine country stuff.
Country stuff, Steve. Anything you need for your farm, for your pets. They have a lot of, they have like little knicky-knackies and things like that, like blankets and coffee mugs and all sorts of tchotchkes.
I've been to some, I don't know if it was called the country store, but it was somewhere, I think, where I don't even remember where it was, but it was somewhere like Buckley or something along those lines.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And it was just like, there was a lot of like things that I felt like would keep me warm.
Yes.
You know,
There's a lot
blankets, jackets, hats, like all these different things. I'm like, okay, this is where I need to go if I'm cold.
Yes, muck boots. They have all that kind of stuff. Is there a store that you love to go to the most?
That I love Guitar Center's up there. I love looking at drums, even though I know I'm not going to buy it. My wife would kill me.
Are you on drum probation right now?
I have 2 sets. I don't even play either of them. The idea of me actually going to a store and pick up, babe, I bought more drums. She'd be like, "You're an idiot."
You can buy some for me. You already have 2. Just buy, or give me your old ones, and then you go buy a new one.
No, they're too sentimental. That's the problem. Like I have too much of an attachment to these 2 drum sets. The idea of bringing another set in, which I would love to do, just is like, what am I going to do? Then I'm going to have an attachment to that one. Now I have 3 children that I don't even play with.
Do you think Tatum's going to be a musician like you in some capacity? She's already got it in her.
She loves. I mean, you can call it music. I mean, she's playing musical instruments, but she loves hitting these things and strumming these things. So, yeah, I think so.
See, I feel like this is the way to getting a new drum kit is you get Tatum into it. And then you're like, no, Sid, see, this isn't for me.
This is for her.
This is for her to practice. And she picked it out all herself.
Right. Sure, she wanted a sparkle black drum set, a Ludwig from the 70s. I swear. Like, no, she doesn't like the color pink or red anymore. She's a big fan of black sparkles.
Yeah, I think that's the way.
So what's the store for you? Is it the country store?
It's the country store. I love it. Every other store, I can't do it. But the country store, I thrive.
Danny, you Guitar Center?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Or Hot Topic.
Okay.
I love going into Hot Topic, even though I don't really buy anything there anymore. It's just one of those, like, it's nostalgia purposes.
Just trying to see if you could find some, like, younger versions of you to be like, I remember. Hello, fellow kid. Yeah. Target's also up there.
Yeah, Target can get a little stressful for me.
Why?
Because I always feel like I don't get a cart because I'm like, I'll just carry out what I need. And then I start loading up, and now all of a sudden I have 2 armfuls of stuff, and I'm a little panicked.
That's always a bad call at Costco. Because sometimes I'll go to Costco just to get one thing, and then my wife will be like, oh, by the way, could you grab some toilet paper? And I'm like, Son of a bitch. Not that she's the bitch, but I'm just like, son, you got to be.
Because you can't grab the toilet paper.
I do. And now I'm like walking around with this giant thing of toilet paper with no cart and then like other things on top of it trying to balance it because I'm just too lazy to go get a cart.
I bet Sarah likes Costco the best. Is that your favorite?
Hell no.
Oh, what's your favorite?
The party store. I absolutely love. I know. Don't bring it up, but I love the party store.
That does not shock me at all.
It brings me so much joy. But they're closing, so I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah, when are they done?
I don't know. I was just trying to figure it out. They're still open at the moment, and everything is very cheap. So go get your party supplies now.
Go get your party supplies while we inform the Rockaholics.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Palace Lawn. We're starting off hot with all these very polarizing questions, but today is National Pie Day. What are you getting?
Ooh, I could go for like a Marionberry pie. That's probably what I would go for.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now you got me thinking about like a cobbler.
Ooh, yes, in.
Yes. But, I think I would always go with the tried and true Sarah's Oreo pie.
I was waiting for it.
She has one fan.
Danny, what are you going with? Is it pizza pie?
Either that, I was going to say a good old meat pie at Lumen Field for the Seahawks games.
Shockingly, I have not had one.
They're so good. They're so good.
Do they have any plant-based meat pies?
You know what, Steve? No. Okay.
All right.
Get your meat.
Time to start getting my meat. Oh, yesterday, Ichiro got his meat. Wait, no. But he was at T-Mobile Park, or maybe not. He was doing a press conference over at the Mariners facility, talking about the fact that he's going into the Hall of Fame. But this was very cool of the team. As he's there, talking about the Hall of Fame, they surprised them with this information.
It's truly my honor and privilege to announce that the Mariners are retiring your number 51 jersey.
How awesome. Waterworks are going.
It was so emotional.
So number 51 will be retired during a big ceremony. It's going to be happening. If you're trying to get tickets, this might be a game to go to. August 9th, he'll be joining Ken Griffey Jr., Edgar Martinez, and Jackie Robinson as the only players with retired numbers in franchise history. Of course, Jackie didn't play with the Mariners, but his number is retired everywhere. So, quick question. I feel like you would get this answer right. Maybe Danny. Definitely not Sarah.
Wow.
So there's 3 numbers that are retired that are Mariners players, right? Ken Griffey Jr., Edgar Martinez, will soon to be Ichiro as well. What number is Edgar Martinez?
16.
Wrong. Danny.
32.
32. Wrong.
I can't remember. Number 7.
I'm not disappointed in these two because this is before their time. I'm very disappointed in you, Tim.
I can't remember all the numbers. There's a lot of numbers.
Number 11.
That's only 4 off. That's pretty good.
All right. What about Ken Griffey Jr.?
24.
Okay, thank you. There we go.
Russell Wilson was on the Pat McAfee show, and he was talking about...
This was actually kind of crazy because Pat McAfee and his crew always make fun of Russell Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's ruthless. And they were talking about his time with the Denver Broncos and how there was a lot of criticism around that period of time in his career. And then they also talked about that viral incident where he was working out on an 8-hour flight to London.
Yeah, I think they drew that out of proportion. But
no! I heard you were
maybe not that much movement, but you're close to it. But I think that I think it's part of being a pro is always being able to move and keep your body fluid, especially on a 10-hour flight. But it's all right. I'll take the memes. I don't mind.
I'll take the memes. I'm a rich mother effer. Like, I don't care. Make fun of me all you want on the internet.
Laughing all the way to the bank.
Hey, the Seattle Kraken, they are at home tonight at Climate Pledge Arena taking on the Alexander Ovechkin and the Washington Capitals. So if you want to go to the game, I'm sure plenty of tickets are sorry.
Ouch.
Hey, as far as weather, you know what? They're going to win. Every time I kind of clown on them a little bit, they end up winning. I need to clown on the Kraken more.
That's the magic right there, Steve.
Hey, as far as weather, hitting a high of 42 degrees, going to be a nice clear day today. The DMD is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, and that's what's up.
For many people, buying a home is a dream. But there are those moments when you are renting and it makes you realize how lucky you are to not be the homeowner that's responsible for the bills associated with the place.
There are also times when you're a homeowner and you're like, I just need to go back to renting. This is ridiculous. I can't handle this.
Well, one of those moments happened to a member of our show, and we're going to tell you what happened at 6:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
What is Dax, are you?
Tracking all our cars on Carvana Value Tracker on all our devices? Yes, Kristen, yes, I am.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In Dax's domain, we see all. So we always know what our cars are worth.
All of them?
All of them. Value surge, trucks up 3.9%.
That's a great offer.
I know. Sell?
Sell.
Track your car's value with Carvana Value Tracker today.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL Limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
Sometimes it truly pays to rent, and Danny V knows this better than anyone else in the room right now. Danny, you had an incident recently that required a little maintenance on your apartment.
I'm trying to figure out what the song is.
Home Improvement. Come on.
Oh, never seen
It's
it.
tool time, Danny.
Isn't that the way it grunts?
Yes.
I have never been more happy that I do not own a home after this week because I noticed that my toilet was leaking.
What the hell are you doing to it?
I know, right? But no, it was just, there was a little puddle.
We dare not blame Lynn for this one.
She would never.
No.
Next time I see she's going to punch me in the face. How dare you?
Funny enough, though, there was like just this little tiny puddle of water every time like we would flush after, we'd use the bathroom. But it was like clean water. It just seemed like, I almost thought it was like condensation that was happening on our floor.
When it originally started noticing it, did Lynn be like, hey, Danny, what are you doing? Like, why are you leaving a mess? Or
she didn't even notice it.
Oh, okay.
I was the one that noticed it because I was thinking like,
were you like, Lynn, what are you doing?
I was like, am I missing? What's happening? But no, sure enough, the little pile. So I'm like, I'll text my landlord and be like, hey, can you come check this out? Comes the next day, nice guy, and it's like a maintenance man, and I was like, all right, he checks it out, pulls the entire toilet apart. Like, okay. I have never seen like a toilet being torn apart like that. And he's like, oh, well, here's the problem. He shows me it. And there was like, the hole in the ground where the toilet sits. It was just rotted. Ooh. There was like the ring was completely messed up.
So the pipe was rotted?
Yeah. I don't exactly know what was going on, but it looked really disgusting. Like I almost took a picture of it and sent it to you guys, but I was like,
I'm glad you did.
No, yeah, it wasn't. I will say it wasn't poop. It was, I don't know what it was. It was like rust.
Danny,
it was
that wasn't even on my list of things I thought it might be.
Like, let's say like that's just what it looked like.
Did you think that?
That's what I thought.
Sarah, did you think it was? Right. But thanks for clearing the air.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So, and he's like, wow, this is the worst I've seen a toilet in a very long time.
How old is the apartment complex?
It's not that old from what I know. I mean, it's pretty updated. Like, it's not, from the 70s or anything like that.
Because I remember when I was living in an apartment complex, our building was built like in the 1910s.
I want to say ours was like 2000s, maybe.
Okay.
Like, so it wasn't that old. But he just like, they bought this not that long ago. We updated everything, but I guess they didn't check the toilet. So he's like, I have to go pick some parts up. I'll be back. So he comes back in 20 minutes, fixes the whole thing. And as I'm talking to him, he's like, yeah, it's a good thing you called because this any longer it would have probably been even more. But this probably costs about $2,000 to fix if you call any normal plumber.
And I bet at that point you're just internally pumping your fist like, thank God I don't have to pay for this.
There have been so many things that have gone wrong in our apartment, and not like anything crazy, but the refrigerator's gone out, the stove has gone, and they've replaced it almost immediately. And every single time I'm just like, I do not have the money to do any of that. So at that point, guess who's never going to buy a house, guys?
Never?
No, I don't want to. I really don't want to. And I know there's people out there.
You're just throwing your money away every month. Dude, there are many times when I'm like,
I get it.
It would be so nice not to have to worry about some of these like little things like that.
I can't even imagine. We would go into so much debt just trying to fix different things that have gone wrong with our apartment.
I love the text. It sounds like the wax ring degraded and the water started to rot out the wood underneath the toilet. Things a man knows. I was trying to tell you that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Next text, the wax ring probably wore out. That's from Lakewood Larry.
I'm glad that I am not a man.
Next text sounds like a bad wax ring.
Oh, wow.
I've been telling you guys for months to check your wax rings.
Yeah.
And you guys look at me like I'm an idiot. Now we have texters proving that I was right.
It was bad.
Well, glad you got it all handled. Do you guys have more than one bathroom? Like, was there a backup situation? Oh, man, that's stressful, too.
Mind you, at that point, when he's fixing it and tearing it apart, I'm like, man, I hope I don't need the bathroom in the next 30 minutes to an hour.
See, that would be my problem. My brain would convince myself that I do need the bathroom. You know what I mean?
I'm going to be knocking on my neighbor's doors. Hey, guys.
206-803.
I got a bad wax ring. Can I use your bathroom?
206-803-ROCK. Based on Danny's story, we want to hear about your I'm glad I wasn't a homeowner story. 206-803-ROCK. What is that story where you are glad you were not a homeowner? 206-803-ROCK. We'll take your calls after Foo Fighters.
Wax ring.
The Daily Migs Show. Daily Migs Show.
We would love to hear your I'm glad I wasn't a homeowner story. 206-803-ROCK. We have Sean in Olympia with a story about an apartment you once lived in. Sean, tell us about it.
So, good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing?
Good.
So, I lived in Fairwood at this time, and I had just got home from a graveyard shift. And I took my earbuds out, and I heard a dripping noise, like, I forgot to turn the water off slightly in the bathroom, and I stepped into the bathroom, and I didn't turn the light on until after I stepped in, and I stepped in at about an inch of water and turned the light on only to see about a 3-foot by 1-foot hole right over my bathtub.
Oh, my gosh. So what did that end up costing the apartment complex?
I have no idea. My neighbor upstairs, their water heater exploded down into my apartment. And so I went into the kitchen and turned the light on in the kitchen, only to realize that the light fixture over the sink was full of water as well. So I immediately turned that off just in case. So
yikes.
Dude, this reminds me of a time when I was an apartment manager. We saw it all, and one of the craziest ones was there's a guy he went to the bathroom and he lit a candle and over his toilet. Sometimes people do that to help, I guess, with the smell. And it was on like a stack of magazines. The candle was. He forgot that the candle was lit. Left for work. The candle melted down or something, caused the magazines to go on fire. Then the toilet heated up so much that it exploded. What? And then water was everywhere in this, like it was a full-on fire. And then all of a sudden, all this water was just going everywhere. We didn't know any of this was going on until someone called and said, hey, the apartment above us there's some kind of a leak going on because there's just water dripping from our ceiling. Oh. And that's when we found out. And that guy, he tried to say that, like, he didn't even have to pay for it, but we were like, hey, blah, blah, blah. He was like being difficult about it. I'm like, you stupid mother effer, you left a candle going on your toilet. Like, what do you, like, can you take at least a little ownership of it? Like, I'm not paying for it. I'm just an apartment manager. I'm the guy who has to make the phone calls. But, like, at least be easy to work with this. Like, you dumbass.
That's Candles 101, you know?
Right.
206-803-ROCK. What is your I'm glad I wasn't a homeowner story?
Someone is a homeowner who says, I was running a new circuit under my house for a heat pump. Noticed a bunch of corrosion and water coming into our house from the street. $11,000 later, a new water main.
Oh, no. Ouch.
Another person wanted to say, yeah, Danny, don't buy a home. I moved into my house as a renter, then bought the house. Be glad you don't own a home, Danny. This last spring, I had to have my foundation repaired and supported to the tune of $80,000, and that's from our friend Rose in Tacoma.
I've had some friends before who have moved into a house and then they find out that there's something wrong with one of my good friends had something was wrong with the driveway, and I remember he had to replace the driveway, but then they found out afterwards that there was something wrong with the pipes under it, and he was like, yeah, it was $50,000. Thank God for in-laws that had money because they helped him out and didn't have to go in debt. And I'm like, I don't have in-laws. I don't want to do that.
It's time for you to marry Linda. Then you have in-laws.
I mean, we've had to do big home renovations 2 times because when we first bought our place, it was a complete foreclosure. Like you could not live in there. It was a biohazard situation. So we had to rip everything out, basically strip it down to the studs and start over.
Right.
And it's like once you get in there, that's when you find all the other stuff that's wrong.
It's more stuff.
It's
on
more
top
stuff,
of more stuff
on top of more stuff. And it was a very expensive time. I'll just say that.
Well, I remember do you remember when you were like a renter forever and you just had that? It was almost like when you were a kid, like you just had your parents took care of things.
Yeah.
So, like you had that mindset. So I remember when I first moved into a house and I was like, when are they going to clean up this crap on the driveway? Like, well, who's going to pressure wash this? And then I started, as I'm bitching about it, I'm like, oh, it's me. Yeah. Me has to do this. And then I was like, I guess I got to go buy a pressure washer. And it was like a stupid reason, but it was like, that was like the moment that was like the wake up call. Like, oh, yeah. Like, I can't just assume someone's like shoveling outside of your house. Like somebody even said, hey, I love the fact that I don't have to cut my grass. I don't have to do any of the landscaping. Also, I have a pool and a gym in my apartment complex. It's amazing.
He's really selling it right now.
Right?
I think I'm going to list my house. I want a pool.
So is it last summer during the hottest week, my air conditioner crapped out. Several $1,000s later, we're good to go. FML.
I mean, of all the expensive things we had to do when we just most recently did our newest little remodel, we had to do an entire new septic system. And it's not the septic system of yesterday. It's not this gravity system. It's something totally new. And that was like, nearly $40,000. Yes, you guys. It was awful.
When I lived in my house in Linwood, we were on a septic, and I didn't know that. I should have maybe listened to the people when they did the inspection, because then they're like, "Oh yeah, you're not part of you're on a septic. If you want to switch it, it's going to cost this much money." And my thought was, "Do I have to switch it?" They're like, "No, but that just means someone's got to come out every so often and clean out your stuff." I was like, "That's fine. That's a lot cheaper than having to drop that kind of coin to get off of the septic."
It's very spendy, that's for sure. Rockaholics, how would you like a shot at beating Steve? He has a record of 18 wins, 16 losses, and 2 ties in 2025, and the struggle has been real.
I've been on a little bit of an upswing, though.
Well, let's see how long that lasts. 206-803-ROCK. We're going to play Beat Migs at 6:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's Atlassian.com/CONFLUENCE.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
Dreaming of a 6-night getaway to paradise? Escape to the islands of Tahiti and Moorea with Air Tahiti Nui, the world's most immersive travel experience. This all-inclusive vacation package is designed to take you to a tropical haven, starting with non-stop flights from Los Angeles or Seattle to Tahiti. From the vibrant cabins to the warmth of our Polynesian crew, you will be transported to Tahiti from the moment you step on board. Your package includes luxurious hotel stays, ensuring that your experience is as comfortable as it is enchanting. Start each day with a delicious Polynesian breakfast, enjoy exciting excursions that showcase the beauty and culture of the islands, and take advantage of convenient transfers that make your trip seamless from start to finish. All of this begins at just $26.95 per person. Whether you're looking to explore crystal clear waters, unwind on pristine beaches, or immerse yourself in rich Polynesian culture, Tahiti and Moorea offer endless possibilities for both adventure and relaxation. Call 1-877-468-2448 now to book your Tahiti and Moorea escape.
Lovers wants to know, ever forget Valentine's Day in the past? Need to make up for it? Do it and them right this time with the perfect pleasure present from Lovers stores. Whether you're looking for spicy toys, alluring lingerie, or exciting accessories, Lovers has it all. Save 20% when you mention unforgettable at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until February 28th. Some exclusions apply.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When that pipe starts to trickle and you're in a real pickle, call Pinky. When that burst pipe starts to smell ripe, call Pinky. When your water heater's shot and it won't get hot, call Pinky. When you get home to a flood, call your best bud. Pinky's Plumbing to the rescue. No job is too big or too small. Pinky's does it all. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Sean from Bellingham is. Sean, are you there?
I'm here. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Sean has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
So ready.
What streaming site is in the news for raising their prices?
Netflix.
Correct. What band had the hit song Wake Me Up Before You Go Go?
Wham.
Yes. Who played the title character in the 80s movie Conan and the Barbarian?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yes. What is the most common type of star found in the Milky Way called?
Pass.
Who was the first baseball player to hit 50 home runs in a season?
Jesse Robinson.
No.
Babe Ruth.
Correct. In which city were the first modern Olympic Games held?
Rome.
No.
Pass.
Carnation and snowdrop are birth flowers for what month?
September.
No.
February.
No.
March.
No. What is the name of Simba's uncle in The Lion King?
Scar.
Correct. Beginning with E, what is the real name of Magic Johnson?
Pass.
The American version of The Masked Singer premiered in what year?
The American version of what?
The Masked Singer premiered in what year?
2015?
No. Sean, you got 5 correct.
All right.
Right down the middle.
Okay.
You got to all 10 questions.
Some of those are going to be tricky for Steve. I already know it.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
And he played the game well. If you didn't know, he passed.
Mm-hmm. Pro status.
I think it's going to be kind of close because I do think some are going to be tricky for him as well.
I've been playing for about 10 years, and I know the straps.
Right on, Sean. You rock.
Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
What streaming site is in the news for raising their prices?
Netflix.
Yes.
me a
What
second.
band had the hit song Wake Me Up Before You Go Go?
Is that Wham?
It is.
Gosh.
Who played the title character in the 80s movie Conan the Barbarian?
Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You know it.
Yeah.
What is the most common type of star in the Milky Way called?
The Big Dipper.
No.
Little Dipper.
No. I like the Little Dipper, though.
Orion.
No. Who was the first baseball player to hit 50 home runs in a season?
Babe Ruth?
Correct. In which city were the first modern Olympic Games held?
Which city? Paris.
No.
Athens.
Yes. Carnation and Snowdrop are birth flowers for what month?
January.
You know it. What is the name of Simba's uncle in The Lion King?
Simbo?
No.
Simbi?
No. What?
Sinbad.
No. Beginning with E, what is the real first name of Magic Johnson?
Irvin.
Correct. Steve?
Yes.
You got, 7 correct, which is a win.
Let's go.
7-5. Sorry, Sean.
Oh, my gosh. I thought I had that.
Oh, we had hope too.
Next time he's going to have it.
We love you, Sean, but you didn't.
That's right. I think you were a little confused on my star question.
Judging by the giggles, yes, I think I was.
What is the most common type of star found in the Milky Way called? Taryn, do you know?
I don't.
Danny, do you know?
A white dwarf, a red giant.
A red dwarf.
Yeah.
Combine the two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you were like,
Were there any constellations?
You know,
What you were doing?
honestly, even if you explained it better, and not that you didn't do it bad, I still would have probably still guessed the same thing.
Yeah, I would have no
Right? Said
idea.
The sun, I don't know.
Yeah, if I didn't have the answer in front of me, I wouldn't have known either. One that Sean got correct, Simba's uncle in The Lion King is Scar.
Yeah, I never watched it.
And then, whoa, you're going to cry. And then one you didn't get to, the American version of The Masked Singer premiered in what year?
Ooh, it's not that old. I'm going to go 2020.
2019.
Very close.
I didn't know it originated in South Korea.
I didn't either.
I thought it just started here.
I knew it was somewhere else. I didn't know where, but I knew that we stole it from some other country.
Oh, look at us stealing things.
It's the American way.
You know. Well, congrats on beating Sean.
Walk MS is just a few months away, and next Saturday, February 1st, will be the annual Free Throws for MS event. It's happening from noon until 3:30 at
What
the
does that
JCC on Mercer Island.
Free throws, like basketball free throws?
Yeah, basketball
Nice.
free throws. It's a big fundraiser that happens that day, and they're going to have Krispy Kreme donuts for you to enjoy. Tons of amazing people will be there supporting the National MS Society. And if you want information on this event, go to freethrowsforms.com. If you're a tattoo artist, 206-803-ROCK, please call in now. We want to get your thoughts on a story about a guy that died while getting a tattoo.
This story is insane. I was reading it yesterday. I was like, I cannot believe that this happened.
206-803-ROCK. If you are or were a tattoo artist, give us a call now. The story is bonkers, and we're going to tell you about it after Nirvana.
The Daily Migs Show.
206-803-ROCK. If you are or were ever a tattoo artist, give us a call because we would like your thoughts on this story. And the story is about a Brazilian car influencer who tragically died just a couple days ago. He was under general anesthesia for a back tattoo procedure in Brazil.
Which I know we've heard about it before. I didn't think Danny was when we were talking. Like I remember it was like there's a football player I think went under while he got, and it was Dak Prescott. And I was like, that's just so strange. Like I'm not like Captain Macho Man or anything like oh, you got to deal with the pain. But I was like, that just seems a little extreme. Like you don't want to even experience the tattoo that you have to be out.
Well, they said that he went into cardiac arrest during sedation. He never even had the tattoo process begin, and they tried to revive him. He ended up passing away. Police are now investigating the incident. So this led us to want to have a conversation with some tattoo artist rockaholics, and we have Jack from Shoreline.
Jack.
What's up, Jack?
What is up?
So tell us where you work.
Jack Move Tattoo.
Are you the Jack from Jack Move?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
The Jack.
So, Jack, when you hear something like that, what's your, a simple question, but what's your thoughts on people wanting to be put under to get a tattoo?
Well, my first thought is they're a big old weenie.
Suck it up, man. Have you ever?
It may be morbid to say, but I mean, all due respect, a sad way to go. But that's kind of like when you when you go doing something embarrassing, you know?
Yeah, I mean, at least he doesn't have to be made fun of. I mean, that sounds terrible.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
jeez.
No, that's,
Jack,
though some people say he's an influencer, he's probably influencing people now to not be as dumb as him.
That's very true.
To put themselves out for a tattoo.
Jack, I have a question for you. Have you ever tattooed someone that was so jumpy that you had wished that they were under general anesthesia?
Yes. Yeah.
Is there...
to be fair, yes. Yeah, they wanted a tattoo and they wanted it on their calf because they thought it wouldn't hurt, but the calf hurts the most, like one of the most, and they wouldn't be convinced otherwise. And sure enough, they twitched the whole time.
That was going to be my question. There's certain spots where you're like, yeah, trust me, you are not going to have fun with this part of your body.
Yeah, anywhere on the abdomen, and yeah, surprisingly the calves, and like inside of thighs for sure.
Oh, man, I'm not going to get that Daly Migs logo on the inside of my thigh now. Thanks a lot. Jack, you rock, man. So again,
rock on, Jack. Thank you.
Jack Move Tattoo in Shoreline.
206-803-ROCK. For any tattoo artists that are currently practicing or once practiced, call us now. We want your thoughts on this story. Yeah. Woody from Linwood, you are a freelance tattoo artist out of where?
I'm at Seattle, Linwood, anywhere. I freelance. I come to see you.
That's awesome.
So when you hear a story about this where a guy had to be put out, what was your initial thoughts when you hear about that?
That's nuts. I can't believe that somebody would go to that extreme. I mean, it can't hurt that bad. People ask me if it's going to hurt. Yeah, it always hurts. It doesn't not hurt, but not. I don't think enough to get blasted with some. Have an anesthesiologist or somebody to put you under. That's wild.
And part of me is wondering, like, how on the up and up is this anesthesiologist? Like with the Dak Prescott story, although I think it's silly to do it, but I'd imagine he had like a team of doctors, or he made sure he went to somebody that can monitor his heart rate and do it the right way. I wonder if this guy did it like kind of on a sketchy deal.
My just got hooked up on the down low or something. I don't know, but that's weird. I can't believe that.
So if people are, worried about a tattoo being, painful or whatever, I know Danny and Steve, you guys have both talked about using like a numbing lotion or something. Or what's that all about?
I've heard of the numbing cream. I've never tried it.
I've used it. I've used some pretty potent stuff too, but sometimes it just doesn't work. I don't know. I would guess it's better just to take the hit, man. It's a rite of passage. Usually is what a tattoo represents anyway.
Yeah, sometimes it's
that bad.
Sometimes it's just the experience of getting the tattoo is more memorable than the actual tattoo itself. Like it's just kind of like a moment in time. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Although the older I've gotten, I'm not anti-numbing cream. I've just never gotten around to it. And whenever I've gotten a tattoo, I've been too lazy to do the work to get it in time.
I've had some clients I wish I had numbing cream.
Yeah.
Thanks, Woody. Rock on, man.
Although I've even heard, I don't know if this has happened with you, Danny. I've had a buddy tell me they did the numbing cream and they were they kind of regretted it because when the numbing wore off, it was just there was no ramp up to the pain of that tattoo, and all of a sudden it just hit them like a ton of bricks.
See, it doesn't. It's for me. It didn't happen like a ton of bricks, but it's definitely you don't feel anything, and then you can feel it wearing off. So all of a sudden you'll feel like a little scratchy scratch. Ooh. Then all of a sudden it's more, and all of a sudden you start sweating, and you're like, "Oh my god, what? This is gone. Can you please put some more on?"
Do you guys remember, since you're the most tattooed people on this show, was there a spot that you were the most jumpy?
Yes.
What was that spot?
It's kind of like when I got my chest piece done, it kind of worked around on my shoulders. So it's kind of like by the clavicle into the shoulder area. For some reason, I did not, kind of like with that tattoo artist, what Jack was saying with the calf, I just assumed I got past the sternum, I got past right by the throat, and that wasn't fun, but I was like, I got this. The rest is going to be easy. When my tattoo artist hit that area, for some reason, I was just like, dude, can you work as fast as humanly possible? Because this is just not pleasant.
See, mine was on my wrist. When they was going on the inside of my wrist to get tattoos, I remember him just looking at me and being like, "You're white, so we're going to take a break.
No.
Yeah,
just have some water and come back and we'll finish up."
It is funny, and some people will be like, "This part's the worst, the inside of your bicep," and that didn't bug me too much. It was where the bend in your elbow, the other side, the bend right there, kind of the forearm and the bicep, that spot was super sensitive.
It was the inside of my upper arm is where I wanted to get my Rush tattoo, but then they asked me how jumpy I was, and I'm like, I'm pretty jumpy, and they're like, you don't want to do it there. You don't want to do it there. Move it to your leg, and so I did.
And then some people they said that the rib wasn't all bad at all, but I've heard from other people the rib cage is one of the worst pains.
I can't wait to get matching tattoos with you guys. Yesterday.
In her thighs, baby.
Yes. Yesterday during the show, a listener called in to chat about Ichiro going into the Baseball Hall of Fame. And it ended up with him shooting his shot with yours truly. And yes, he even used Ichiro in his pickup line.
It was amazing.
If you missed it, you're going to hear what happened at 7:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Yeah, sure thing. Hey, you sold that car yet?
Yeah, sold it to Carvana.
Oh, I thought you were selling to that guy.
The guy who wanted to pay me in foreign currency, no interest, over 36 months? Yeah, no. Carvana gave me an offer in minutes, picked it up, and paid me on the spot. It was so convenient.
Just like that.
Yep.
No hassle.
None.
That is super convenient. Sell your car to Carvana and swap hassle for convenience. Pickup fees may apply.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL Limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
We have some big news, Rockaholics. We finally made our Survivor audition videos.
Yes.
All four of us are in. Outlast, outwit,
outplay.
Yes, you guys did it. So how did those Survivor audition tapes go? We're going to check them out tomorrow at this time at 7:20.
Oh, boy.
Yesterday, you might recall that we got a call from Jason in Portland. He's a big baseball fan.
Yep.
And he was on to chat about Ichiro going into the Hall of Fame. But instead of just talking baseball the whole time, Jason used that moment to shoot his shot. Jason from Portland, Oregon is on the phone, and you are a big Ichiro fan, yes?
Yes, I am. I'm a big Taryn fan, too. Taryn, if you ever get the 7-year Ichiro, is there any chance I can get to first base?
Whoa! That is an impressive line right there. The 7-year Ichiro.
Ichiro, is there any chance I can get to first base?
Whoa! Let's go! Jason calling his shot.
Just going for
it. That's not a single. That's a grand salami right there, baby.
It's not even 7 in the morning yet.
Well, you know what happens in Portland, Oregon stays in Portland,
People
Oregon.
are up.
I love it. Jason, you're the man.
Yeah, we don't mess around down here.
All right. That is very true. So if you're ever going to Portland, hit up our friend Jason.
Wasn't it Wayne Gretzky that said 100% of the shots you don't take don't go in or something like that?
Yeah, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
There you go. Jason was all over it. I feel like I kind of left him.
Ichiro.
I kind of left him hanging though. I didn't. Yeah. There was no closure.
Well, what are you going to say? Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah, Jason.
We'll keep it weird in Portland.
Mark your calendar.
Let me let Brad know. He'll love it.
So what about you, Rockaholics? We want to know about that time that you shot your shot, that you shoot. When did you shoot your shot? And how did that turn out for you? We would love to hear the story. 206-803-ROCK. When did you shoot your shot? We will take your calls after Incubus.
The Daily Migs Show.
When did you shoot your shot? And how did that turn out? 206-803-ROCK. Let's talk to Matthew from Duval. Matthew, you took a shot with Brooke Shields.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I asked Brooke Shields out on a date.
Where did you run into Brooke Shields?
I was working in Sun Valley at the time in Idaho. Uh-oh.
What happened?
You guys disappeared, didn't you? You there?
Yeah, we're
we
here.
can hear you.
Yeah, I was working in Sun Valley at the time in Idaho.
Around what time was it? Like, not time like of the day, but like what time of in the 80s, the 90s? When did you run into her?
This was 90 or 91. It was just around the Gulf War time.
Okay, so that's like peak Brooke Shields right then and there.
What's that?
That's like peak, the era of Brooke Shields.
Yeah. I mean, she was hot. She was young. I was young. We were both young.
We're both young and hot. We should hang out.
Yeah, and she said no.
Did she say no nicely?
She did very nicely. She said, I would, but I'm here with a gentleman friend. And then she gave me an autograph, and it said, to Matthew, thank you for the most wonderful evening ever. Love always, Brooke. And then she gave me the XOXO thing.
Oh. So you could have lied to people and said, oh, yeah, we hung out, and then she signed this autograph to prove it.
Man, it was cool that I had the autograph anyway.
Hell yeah.
Do you still have it somewhere?
Mom does, somewhere in the attic.
Nice. Gotta save that one forever. Thanks, Matthew. 206-803-ROCK. When did you shoot your shot?
I was trying to think of like when anytime I've ever like done a shooting my shot, it had nothing to do with relationships. I guess with my wife, but like, just a text, you want to hang out. Like it wasn't anything like over the top crazy, but like other things like job stuff. But what about you?
There was definitely a job I applied for that I was way underqualified for many years ago, and no, I did not get an interview. It was for like a medical sales position that had the potential to pay big dollars if you're good, but they were like, no, we're not even going to. I think I interviewed, and then they were like, thank you for coming.
Did you in your cover letter say, I'm very familiar with narcotics?
Pretty much. That was the big selling point. If you hire me, I know my stuff.
I used to sell my sorority sisters weed all the time. I could sell anything.
206-803-ROCK. When did you shoot your shot, and how did it go? Casey from Olympia, tell us about your husband.
So this was 18 years ago. I was just 18. Summer job doing landscaping, and there was I had a girl boss, so it was like the girl crew, I guess you could say. And then he was on the other crew, which is all guys, and we all met up after work, talking about having a barbecue, and he was the only one that didn't come up to the truck, to talk to the girl crew. And all the guys were like, hey, who do you want to come? And I looked across the parking lot, and I was like, I want him to come. And he showed up, and we haven't left each other since.
Oh, I love that.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
How was the barbecue?
There wasn't a lot of barbecuing. There was more hot tubbing.
What's going on beneath the bubbles there?
Finger licking good no matter what, right? Hey.
206-803-ROCK. When did you shoot your shot? Joseph in Marysville, you pretended to be a baseball star.
Joseph.
Hey.
Tell us about your story.
Yeah, back when the All-Star game came to Seattle, I forget the year. It was 2001.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
I think it was 2001.
Yeah, I think it was. Me and two of my girlfriends, we went to Seattle, and we went to Planet Hollywood, and I heard they were having a big VIP party for all the All-Stars and stuff in a special room. And when I walked in, they said, regular seating. I said, no, I play for the California Angels. I just didn't know who to check in with. And they wanted to see my MLB card. And I said, well, I don't have it. I'm here, because my mom lives in Washington State, so I'm visiting her. And so they let me in to the VIP. Well, first they took me into a room and had me sign my autograph with two models, and then walked me downstairs into the VIP room.
Joseph, hold on one second, Joseph. Did you use an actual baseball player's name, or you just no, I'm Joseph. I pitched for the California Angels.
Yeah. I used my own name.
That's amazing.
I just said I play for the California Angels and I'm a pitcher. And so when I get into the VIP room, there's Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, Cortez Kennedy, just mass Seattle, stars.
Like royalty, yeah.
I got so wasted, I don't even remember leaving the place. It was all free booze and free food, and I went out and got my girlfriends and brought them in and said, I'm bringing these two groupies in with me.
Joseph, out of curiosity, are you built like an athlete? Do you look the part?
I do. I'm 6'3". I was really slender back then.
Well, you see some of the pictures. Not every picture is looks the part. Some of them look like they've been drinking all night long, and they're still dominant pictures. Yeah,
right. I kind of had a little bit of a scruff going on, and it looked like a picture. But, yeah, one of my friends ended up going home with Sean Kemp. So I was like, score for her.
Literally.
Allegedly. Allegedly. I'm just picturing him walking in and seeing like all these athletes and him being like, hello, fellow professional sports athletes. It's me, Joseph.
I mean, that would be a very tough gig to try to fake.
I decided to try and hit on the hot server at The Rock with the sweet Heine. This year will be 10 years married. Her Heine is still sweet as ever.
Oh, that's so romantic.
Another person, I shoot my shot with my wife. Biggest mistake I've ever made.
Oh, she doesn't listen to this program, I don't think.
Or him, probably.
That's true. Hey, Rockaholics, I hope you were listening yesterday around 5:40 to the cheat sheet that we gave out during the men's room, because that could be very helpful in the next game of Beat Migs. We gave out 3 of the correct answers. Steve has a record of 19 wins, 16 losses, and 2 ties this year. So far, you're really trying to turn things around, Steve.
I have been. Sorry, that came off a little aggressive.
206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 7:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's Atlassian.com/CONFLUENCE.
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
Dreaming of a 6-night getaway to paradise? Escape to the islands of Tahiti and Moorea with Air Tahiti Nui, the world's most immersive travel experience. This all-inclusive vacation package is designed to take you to a tropical haven, starting with non-stop flights from Los Angeles or Seattle to Tahiti. From the vibrant cabins to the warmth of our Polynesian crew, you will be transported to Tahiti from the moment you step on board. Your package includes luxurious hotel stays, ensuring that your experience is as comfortable as it is enchanting. Start each day with a delicious Polynesian breakfast. Enjoy exciting excursions that showcase the beauty and culture of the islands, and take advantage of convenient transfers that make your trip seamless from start to finish. All of this begins at just $26.95 per person. Whether you're looking to explore crystal clear waters, unwind on pristine beaches, or immerse yourself in rich Polynesian culture, Tahiti and Moorea offer endless possibilities for both adventure and relaxation. Call 1-877-468-2448 now to book your Tahiti and Moorea escape.
Lovers wants to know, ever forget Valentine's Day in the past? Need to make up for it?
Do it and them right this time with the perfect pleasure present from Lovers Stores. Whether you're looking for spicy toys, alluring lingerie, or exciting accessories, Lovers has it all. Save 20% when you mention unforgettable at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until February 28th. Some exclusions apply.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When that pipe starts to trickle and you're in a real pickle, call Pinky. When that burst pipe starts to smell ripe, call Pinky. When your water heater's shot and it won't get hot, call Pinky. When you get home to a flood, call your best bud. Pinky's Plumbing to the rescue. No job is too big or too small. Pinky's does it all. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Be Migs. Be Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Be Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Ryan from Spanaway is. Ryan, are you there?
I am here.
Are you sure? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Were you listening to the men's room around 5:40 yesterday to hear the cheat sheet?
I was.
Ooh.
Gotta be freaking kidding me.
Let's get Steve a loss. All right, Steve, get out of here.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Ryan has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can guess all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes.
What fast food restaurant rolled out Pokemon Happy Meals?
McDonald's.
Correct. Alfred Pennyworth is the butler for what superhero?
Batman.
Yes. Who was the first female artist to have over 5 million album sales?
Madonna.
Correct. Which bird is capable of hovering in place like a helicopter?
Hummingbird.
Yes. What is the sun's outermost layer of the atmosphere called?
Pass.
Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci starred in what 80s sports movie?
Pass.
Which U.S. state has the nickname The Last Frontier?
Pennsylvania.
No.
Wyoming.
No.
Nebraska.
No. Which NFL team won the most Super Bowls in the 1980s?
Cowboys.
No.
Pass.
Fruit, house, and horse are all types of what insect?
Fly.
Correct. The Atari was founded in what decade?
50s.
No.
70s.
Yes, the 70s. Ryan, you got 6 correct.
All right.
Not quite as good as last time.
And you missed one of the cheat sheet questions, but that's okay because we know for sure Steve didn't hear the cheat sheet. So hopefully he won't know any of them. I think it's going to be a close one, though.
I think it is too.
Steve, are you ready?
Yeah, apparently I am.
Yes.
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 What fast food restaurant rolled out Pokemon Happy Meals?
Oh, I feel like it's going to be chaos over there. McDonald's.
Yes,
People
me
go crazy
too.
over these Pokemon things.
Alfred Pennyworth is the butler for what superhero?
Batman?
Correct.
I didn't even know he had a last name.
Who was the first female artist to have over 5 million album sales?
Taylor Swift.
No. Good guess, though.
First. Cyndi Lauper.
No.
Madonna.
Yes. Which bird is capable of hovering in place like a helicopter?
An owl.
No.
A woodpecker.
No.
Crap. I don't know. Pigeon.
No. What is the sun's outermost layer of the atmosphere called?
The core.
No.
The outermost layer.
No.
Pass.
Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci starred in what 80s sports movie?
Raging Bull.
Correct. Which U.S. state has the nickname The Last Frontier?
New Hampshire.
No.
Delaware.
No.
Arkansas.
No. Which NFL team won the most Super Bowls in the 1980s?
Is that the San Francisco 49ers?
It is. Fruit, house, and horse are all types of what insect?
Fruit, house, fly.
Correct.
Wow.
And with that, Steve, you got 6 correct, which is a tie, 6-6. Congratulations, Ryan, on tying.
Hey, thank you very much. Can I give out a quick shout out?
Yes.
I just wanted to say to everybody at Monarch Plumbing out of Puyallup, you guys have a wonderful day and kill it out there.
Hell yeah.
Lay that pipe.
Woo! He did know the bird that's capable of hovering in place like a helicopter is a hummingbird. Taryn, what is the sun's outermost layer of the atmosphere called?
Corona.
Yes.
Okay, was that a cheat sheet?
Sure was.
Okay, I was going to say, how do you know that?
Never would have known.
No.
Do you know which U.S. state has the nickname the last frontier?
I do.
No, what is it?
Alaska.
Look at you, and that was not on the cheat sheet. You would have killed it, Taryn.
That's right.
Well, congrats on tying.
You know, the weather is pretty cold, and we have some merch in the Rock Shop that can help keep you warm. We have a couple brand new KISW Rock flannels plus a pullover sweatshirt, perfect for the winter weather. You can grab yours now over at KISW.com. Our phone number is 206-803-ROCK. And something happened during the Ichiro press conference that leads us to having a very simple question to ask our rockaholics. But we need for you to call us right now so we can ask it. 206-803-ROCK. We will ask you that simple question after the White Stripes.
The Daily Migs Show.
Yesterday, the Mariners announced that Ichiro's number, the 51 jersey, will be retired by the Mariners during a pregame ceremony that's going to happen at T-Mobile Park on August 9th. He will join Ken Griffey Jr., Edgar Martinez, and Jackie Robinson as the only players with retired numbers in franchise history.
And did you see the press conference? Because they made the announcement. I don't think Ichiro knew, because you could just tell. I mean, his eyes just started watering up.
Very overcome.
It was pretty awesome.
It's truly my honor and privilege to announce that the Mariners are retiring your number 51 jersey. After your induction in Cooperstown this summer, we'll hold a ceremony here at T-Mobile Park on August 9th. And
also, the announcer, he's fighting back some tears as well.
In his feelings.
And officially retire your number 51 next to Hall of Famers Ken Griffey Jr., Edgar Martinez, and Jackie Robinson for permanent display in center field at our great ballpark.
Awesome.
This leads us to our simple question. And we will start with Troy from Seattle. Troy, what was the time that you were brought? What was the last time where you were brought tears of joy?
Oh, I don't think I told Sarah the last time. I think I told her the one that still brings tears to me. And by the way, I really enjoyed your party on what was that, Sunday night?
That was a blast.
Troy.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, and Steve, I don't think you're 6'3" because I'm 6'3" and you seem shorter than me.
Wow. Well, you were wearing high heels, sir.
But no, love the mural on the wall too, though. That was great of Karen. Unbelievable.
Thanks, Troy.
And George and Sarah, I didn't even realize it was
Troy,
an 80s theme. I
Troy,
just thought that's how they dressed.
The simple question wasn't give us a review of Taryn's party. Let's hear about your story.
Sorry. So that's also something you'll think is funny, but it's every time I hear Arms Wide Open with Creed.
Let's
the first
go.
The first time I heard that song was the day I found out that my first son was, that my wife was pregnant with our first son.
Oh, I could imagine that definitely would hit you in the feels.
If you heard it right now, would you cry, Steve?
Look, Dad, this is a live version. This is what you're going to get to experience when we go see them.
It brings me tears of joy for not joy. Tears of sorrow.
Our simple question, 206-803-ROCK. Let's ask Butch in Seattle. Butch, when was the last time that you were brought to tears of joy?
Right before Christmas, my daughter, who has one daughter that just turned 8 and was going to be one and done, and told me she's going to have another baby.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Cool grandpa status times 2.
Yeah, she met a new guy, and they've been engaged for, 8 months or so, and he doesn't have any, and they decided to have one together.
That's super
Do
exciting.
you know if you're going to have a boy or a girl?
She doesn't know yet, and I don't think she's going to find out. I'm hoping for a boy, but...
That's awesome.
Well, congratulations,
Congrats.
Butch. That's so cool.
All right, thank you, guys. Hey, I love your show.
Thank you. When was the last time you were brought to tears of joy, Steve Migs?
I was going back to your party.
Well, are you serious?
I'm very serious. Your mom brought me to tears. And I have to blame her. Like, I was trying to find your mom because we were at the party. I got to hang out with your dad. I don't get to see them very often, obviously. We live a little bit further from each other. So I was really fired up to just see your family there, and got to see your brother as well and your sister. And then I was like, where is your mom? And I remember I said, where's your mom? Where's Rosalie? And then you took me over to her. She was sitting in this part of Tony V's, and And she was just so excited, and she just told me some stuff just about how happy she is that we get to work together, and said some stuff. And, you know, while she's talking, I'm like, oh, son of a bitch, I'm going to start crying. Like, you got to stop this. I was like, like, Rosalie, you're going to make me cry. Like, and so, like, the eyes started watering up because she's just such an awesome person. And for her to say those kind things to me about working with you and what it means to her, it was just like, it was a powerful moment.
Oh, love you, Mom.
Yes. And then the other time recently was when Tatum came up to me. She woke me up in the morning and just goes, Dad, you're the greatest daddy ever. And I was like, what? Like, you know, that she's always said nice things, but I was like, that just hit me. And she goes, I even told Mommy that. I was like, excuse me? So I was so freaking fired up. Little waterworks, right? I'm like, this is awesome. My daughter thinks I'm the greatest dad ever. Granted, she doesn't. I'm the only dad she's had, but, you know, whatever. Go over to the Sid, and I'm like, so did you hear what she said to me? And she's like, what do you mean? She's like, I heard she told you that I'm the greatest daddy ever. And Sid goes, no, she told me that I'm the greatest mommy ever. That's what she meant. Like, she said it to you, and then she also said it to me. I'm like, well, all right, I'm going to go back downstairs.
So you're not that special, Steve?
Didn't feel as good, yeah.
I legit thought you were going to follow that up with, oh, she also asked for an iPhone.
Yes. Dude, honestly, when she said that, she's like, "Dad, you're the greatest daddy ever." I'm like, my first thought was, what do you want?
What's the catch?
Like, it's 6:45 in the morning. I'm trying to sleep. Why are you doing this to me?
Billy Ray Cyrus. He faced some major technical issues during a recent performance. It made for a very awkward evening. And not surprisingly, he is now being goofed on social media. So we're going to go straight to the comments at 8:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
Wow. What's up? I just bought and financed a car through Carvana in minutes.
You? The person who agonized 4 weeks over whether to paint your walls eggshell or off-white bought and financed a car in minutes?
They made it easy. Transparent terms, customizable down and monthly. Didn't even have to do any paperwork.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Hey, have you checked out that spreadsheet I sent you for our dinner options?
Finance your car with Carvana and experience total control. Financing subject to credit approval.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
Everyone knows social media is a time suck. And what you're about to hear proves it. If it's online, someone, somewhere, has an opinion and is whining about it. So let's get straight to the comments.
On Monday night, Billy Ray Cyrus was a performer as part of the 2025 inauguration Liberty Ball in Washington, D.C. He had a 12-minute set, and it was full of technical difficulties, very confusing moments. He attempted to sing Old Town Road.
And that's the Lil Nas X song that he sang with Lil Nas X, but it's actually a Lil Nas X
Correct.
song. Okay.
I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Gonna take my horse, Old Town.
He sounds fine. I don't know why people are freaking out about this.
Oh, boy.
Sounds just like the record, right?
Old Town Road, I go. I can't no more.
I can't no more either. So what is it, like 17 people that knew the words to the song?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Next,
he does not sound good.
No, not at all.
No.
And the next piece of audio is Billy just having a little bit of a struggle with his guitar.
Hey, is my guitar still on? I think they cut me off. Is my guitar on again? I don't hear my guitar anymore. I don't hear it. Do y'all hear this? Where's everybody at?
Did you do the, what's up with that?
Where's everybody at?
That or where's a banana? I don't know.
Where's everybody at?
I thought he said, where's everyone at?
Where's everybody at?
Oh, yeah,
Where's
you're
everybody
right.
at?
Yeah. It's funny how when you say that now I can hear that.
Yeah,
We need a translator for Billy Ray Cyrus.
Where's the banana?
Or is it where's the banana? I'm confused. I
can't no more.
I can't either, man.
Many have chosen to take to social media to share their thoughts on Mr. Billy Ray Cyrus. So let's go straight to the comments.
Yep, we grabbed a couple of these posts. We sent them to our production director and just said, hey, reenact them however you like to just point out how cruel and awful people can be on social media. Are you ready for the first post comment about Billy Ray Cyrus's performance?
My achy breaky heart is ready.
Of course it is.
Man, Billy Ray, he makes Corey Feldman look like a rock and roll legend.
Okay, now let's not get crazy. Corey's still worse. You don't think?
Probably.
Where's the banana?
Oh, no.
This is an epic disaster.
Yeah, that's the definition of an epic disaster.
I can't no more.
Do you think, he maybe thought he could power through it. There was nobody behind the scenes that said, Billy, we're not letting you go out there. You sound like ass. We heard you during sound check. This is not going to go well for you.
And that's unfortunate because that means he does not have the right people around him. You know what I mean?
Right, he's surrounded by yes people.
Oh.
Looks like Rob Zombie. Sounds like
He does have a Rob Zombie vibe to him lately.
That might be the most complimentary post that we saw about all of these.
Can I just say, when I first looked up what he looked like performing this, I immediately was like, Taryn would totally do Billy Ray. This looks like your type to a T.
Dirty hippie.
Long hair.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Might have not showered for a few weeks.
I can't no more.
Taryn's like, no, you have to keep going.
Oh, good Lord. Watching Billy Ray Cyrus was heartbreaking. My achy, breaky heart.
I don't know if you know this, but Jason, our production director, hates song puns or any kind of puns in any of the comments.
Slow hanging fruit.
I can't no more.
All right, we have one more comment about Billy Ray Cyrus.
I'd rather listen to Creed than ever listen to that again.
Was that you?
I can't no more.
No, because I'd still rather listen to Billy Ray.
Oh.
Where's the banana?
Poor Billy Ray Cyrus.
He'll be fine. I think he'll be fine. I know his family members are a little concerned, though.
Yeah, I saw his son Trace had shared a social media post that the whole family's worried that Billy Ray's been, kind of pushing everybody away. So something's going on there. Hopefully they get some resolution.
Well, it'll make for a great documentary about the rise and fall and rise and fall and rise and fall of Billy Ray Cyrus.
I will watch.
Yes.
Why did a TV announcer say this on a popular game show?
Daniel, easy on our host, but celebrate with $40,000.
We're going to find out what's trending after Tool.
The Daily Migs Show.
We know that many of you are just waking up and getting moving with your morning, and trying to get a grasp on what is happening out there in the world of pop culture can be a lot. So we're going to help you out and tell you what's trending.
What's trending on the Daily Migs Show? What's trending? Let's go. Let's go.
Ryan Seacrest got knocked down on a recent episode of Wheel of Fortune.
They're going to say knocked up. I'm like, wait a second. I know he does everything, but now we've gone too far.
A contestant went to hug him after a pretty dramatic win, and then the guy, because he was much larger than Ryan, there was just a shift in weight, and down went Ryan Seacrest.
10 seconds. Good luck.
Guppies?
Yes.
Oh my
You
God.
got it. That's it. You did it.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm good.
Daniel, easy on our host, but celebrate with $40,000.
I love the announcer. He's just like, hey, chill out, buddy. Good thing it's not Pat Sajak. Could have broke his hip.
Well, Ryan Seacrest is also very fragile, so.
At least a little bit younger, though, right?
Slightly younger.
I would actually, there's a documentary coming out, and I usually wouldn't think about going to see like a music documentary in theaters unless we were going to do like an interview and okay, gotta go. I'll just wait till I can watch it at home. But this one I think would be kind of fun. It's called Becoming Led Zeppelin, and it's going to be on IMAX theaters. So I got to imagine the visuals and the audio are just going to be on another level. It's going to be in theaters on February 7th, and then it'll be in other theaters as well on February 14th. A perfect Valentine's Day gift if you have a Led Zeppelin fan in your life. And there's a teaser for the film that just came out where we learn they start talking about like the first time they all got together, Jimmy Page, Robert Plant, John Paul Jones, and John Bonham, and what song they were going to play when they first got together. It was obviously a cover.
I said, the first number that I want to do is Train Kept a Rolling.
Train Kept a Rolling. So, do you know it? I went, no. He said, well, it's a 12-bar and it's started around, it's got this riff. Okay, count it in. And that was it. And the room just exploded.
We just kept playing it and doing like solo breaks and all the rest of it, and Robert's improvising.
I'd never heard anything like it. I was expecting some cool soul singer, and there's this screaming maniac with this fantastic voice and fantastic range, I was like, what are you doing up there? You hurt yourself, man.
I do love he referred to Robert Plant as a screaming maniac. Do you know the song by the Yardbirds?
Play it.
All right. The look on Sarah's face
This is
priceless.
Horrible. Taryn, please, are you really for real grooving out to this?
I bet you like the chorus.
No, I don't like their voice.
This is like forever ago. They didn't have auto-tune.
They need it.
It's like the story of two blondes sitting next to you. You got Taryn, who anything you play, she starts grooving.
She will find greatness in anything.
And Sarah, for the most part, will just hate everything that you do.
She will find a turd in everything. Yeah.
It really hurts my ears.
Is it the recording quality that's bothering you? Or
No,
is it just...
the high-pitched of the voice, and it's squeaky, and it...
This was like so many of those bands back in those days. Like even the Beatles had that kind of a sound too.
And guess what? I hate the Beatles too.
Oh my gosh.
Fair point. That's At least you're on brand.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She doesn't like anything. It's very frustrating. She does like it, though, when someone beats Steve.
I love that.
And that does happen from time to time. It actually happens quite frequently in 2025. If you would like to play the game Beat Migs, you can give us a call now, 206-803-ROCK. His record is 19 wins, 16 losses, and 3 ties in 2025. And we will play Beat Migs at 8:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's ATLASSIAN.com/CONFLUENCE.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
The brand new Grand Casino in Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino in Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience. Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.
Escape to paradise with a relaxing 6-night stay in the iconic islands of Tahiti and Moorea. Enjoy an all-inclusive nonstop flight to Tahiti from Seattle or Los Angeles on Air Tahiti Nui, the world's most immersive travel experience. From the vibrant cabins to the warm and welcoming crew, you will be transported to Tahiti from the moment you step on board. This dream getaway also includes beautiful accommodations, excursions, daily breakfast, all transfers, and more, starting at just $26.95 per person. Call 1-877-468-2448 to book yours today.
Lovers wants to know, ever forget Valentine's Day in the past? Need to make up for it? Do it and them right this time with the perfect pleasure present from Lovers stores. Whether you're looking for spicy toys, alluring lingerie, or exciting accessories, Lovers has it all. Save 20% when you mention unforgettable at one of our 18 Western Washington locations. Offer valid with free Lovers Afterglow Rewards membership until February 28th. Some exclusions apply.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Slow drain being a pain? Call Pinky. That pipe's being a little leaky? Call Pinky. When the toilet won't flush and you're in a rush? Call Pinky. When your shower lost all its spray power? Call Pinky. When your sink's on the blink? Call Pinky. Pinky's Plumbing promises to lick all your plumbing problems quick. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Richard from Granite Falls is. Richard, are you there?
I am.
I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
Good morning. For those playing at home, Richard has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I am ready.
What is the main sport played in the blind side?
Football.
Correct. What musician played the guitar solo in the Michael Jackson song Beat It?
Slash.
No.
Pass.
The Hoover Dam is built on what river?
The Columbia.
No.
Pass.
What company introduced soup you can suck on called Soup Drops?
Sucrets.
No.
Pass.
How many stars make up the Big Dipper?
6.
No.
7.
Correct. What late actor played Patrick Verona in the romantic comedy 10 Things I Hate About You?
Pass.
What fruit candy with a balloon on the wrapper came out in 1985?
Lollipop or Tootsie Roll Pops.
No.
The Sucker.
No.
Pass.
Richard, you got 2 correct. Wow.
There were some tough ones. There's no chance Steve's going to get a perfect 10 by any means. I'd be shocked if he got 5.
What?
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
I was like, we didn't even get to all 10 questions. You don't know. Steve's a good guesser.
He is a very good guesser. It's kind of infuriating.
Okay, so how many do you think he's going to get right then?
I think he's going to get 5.
5.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Danny, how many do you think I'm going to get right? 8. That's what's up.
Wow.
I also feel like you owe Taryn a flip off after that.
Oh, I will. Once I pass number 5, the fingers are going up.
All right, Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
What is the main sport played in the blind side?
Football.
Correct. What musician played the guitar solo in the Michael Jackson song Beat It?
Eddie Van Halen.
Correct. The Hoover Dam is built on what river?
The Kwai.
No, what'd you say?
Colorado.
There we go. What company introduced soup you can suck on called Soup Drops?
I saw that. I kind of want to try them.
I know, me too.
Is that Campbell's?
No.
Oh, crap. What's the soup? Hormel?
No.
I don't know. I can see it, but I can't see it. I'll pass right now.
How many stars make up the Big Dipper?
7.
Correct. What late actor played Patrick Verona in the romantic comedy 10 Things I Hate About You?
Heath Ledger.
Yes. What fruit candy with a balloon on the wrapper came out in 1985?
balloon on the wrapper. Tootsie Rolls?
No.
Lollipops?
No.
Tootsie Pops?
No. What 1981 video game was the first to tell a story during the game?
Oregon Trail.
No. Steve, you got 5 correct.
Damn it.
Taryn was right.
Damn it.
Exactly on.
I should start putting money on this.
But you did end up beating Richard 5-2.
Oh, that's all that matters.
Sorry, Richard.
I'm disappointed.
I am too.
I'm not.
I honestly thought you were going to do better, too.
I was like, oh man, this is going to be a dominant performance, one for the ages, and then it just kind of fell apart.
It's because you dawdled.
I did. I should diddle more than dawdle.
Really, though. What made you dawdle was the soup company that has soup drops, and it's soup you can suck on, which is Progresso.
Progresso!
I know, I want to try them, too. They sound so kind of weird and disgusting, but I'm curious.
We need to get them.
Yes, we do. What fruit candy with a balloon on the wrapper came out in 1985?
Don't know.
Airheads.
Oh!
The balloon on the wrapper.
I thought the balloon on the wrapper was on the Tootsie Roll Pops. No. Like the lollipops.
No, I don't.
I mean, I guess I'm wrong.
You're definitely wrong. What 1981 video game was first to tell a story during the game? I loved it. Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Oh, good call.
You know, you didn't do great, Steve, but you still beat Richard, so congrats.
You are invited to join the men's room for their lager launch party. It's a live broadcast happening on Friday, February 7th at Black Raven Brewing Company in Woodinville. This is all because the men's room are celebrating 2 decades on this radio station. So how better to commemorate such an occasion than with a new lager? You can find it at all sorts of retail establishments, convenience stores, and on tap at your favorite bar right now. And you can get more info on the beer at KISW.com. I already know the answer to this, but have you ever made a stupid purchase, Steve?
Never. I've never purchased goalie pads and never used them yet. I would never do something as dumb as that. So, no.
Never, ever. 206-803-ROCK. Be honest with us, Rockaholics. What stupid thing did you purchase? Call in now, 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Bad Wolves.
The Daily Migs Show.
206-803-ROCK. We need you to be honest with us and tell us, what stupid thing did you purchase? And we are asking this because the Philadelphia Eagles are selling a pretty strange item to their fans. This is ABC News in Philadelphia telling what they're selling.
Get your credit card out, Deuces. If you're the superstitious sort, you may want to as well. The Eagles announced today they are now selling commemorative snow from last Sunday's playoff win against the Rams. Yes, for $50.
Okay. They're geniuses, because you know that this is the dumbest thing. Whoever thought, as soon as the game ends, grab the snow, put it in a jar, and let's sell it for $50. Even if you sell a couple, you've already made money. The dumbest thing ever.
You can own a pint of snow bottled straight from the field right after the Birds sealed that divisional win. Now, in case you're wondering, they say it'll be shipped using dry ice to, quote, maintain its natural state during transit. But then, yes, it's up to you, the buyer, to keep it frozen once it gets to your house. The Eagles say they'll only be selling...
Wait, you mean you can't just set it on top of your heater?
Well, I just hope the power doesn't go out and you lose everything in your freezer.
Oh,
That'd be a bummer.
All that money down the drain.
The Eagles say they'll only be selling 100 of the pints to allow fans to own a genuine piece of Eagles history. Until and unless it melts. Now we've seen it all.
I'm sure we could see more. Have you seen what it looks like?
Yes.
Little pint's kind of cool.
It is kind of cute.
I think, not $50 cool.
Aww.
But
they're selling out of that for sure.
Yeah.
So the number to call is...
Some stoner's going to go into his freezer, think it's an ice cream, and he starts eating. He's like, this is the worst ice cream I've ever had.
206-803-ROCK. Be honest with us. What stupid thing did you purchase? Tim from Tacoma, what did you buy online?
Hey, that story actually makes me feel not so bad about what I'm about to tell you.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's going to be this dumb.
All right, so there was one of them Instagram ads about a keyboard, right? It was just a standalone keyboard, real ivory key-like feel, valued at $600. They were selling it for $55.99, right? Of course. So what did I do? I decided to buy 2 of them.
Yeah.
And by buy, I mean give someone that I don't have a clue where they're at or what they're trying to do my money. And they gave me this tracking website that was in somewhere in China. The website was so fake. It was as soon as I did it, I was like, I am an absolute idiot. So Story of, did I buy anything? No, I did not. Did I give somebody my money? Yes, I did. And I bought two, thinking, I'll just sell one. It's $600. I can make money, have a keyboard. And yeah, I got scammed hard.
You know
I didn't buy anything. I just.
You know how much snow in Philadelphia you could have purchased for all that money that you spent?
That's what I'm saying. I wish I would have invested in the snow instead of that.
Sort of the hopes and dreams.
I've come so close on a lot of those Instagram targeted ads. Like, this looks awesome. Like, those are the coolest shoes ever. And then thankfully I've gotten into the habit now to go straight to the comments.
Oh yeah.
And more often than not, people are just like, do not waste your money, or they don't fit well, or I never received them.
206-803-ROCK. Hayden from Seattle. What stupid thing did you purchase?
An iPod. It was absolutely the most stupid purchase I ever made. I was like, oh, hey, I got sick of Spotify because they kept charging me like $10 a month for their stupid subscription service. They weren't treating me very well. So I was like, why don't I rewind back old school, get myself an iPod, plug it into the aux, and just jam on my way down wherever I'm going. That was a really bad idea. The aux jack broke down after about 2 months of use. The thing became useless. It doesn't have any Bluetooth. So I'm like, oh, well. And I open the thing up. It turns out it's a problem with the board. I have to get a $50 board replacement when instead I can go out and just get something else.
Oh.
Yeah, it really sucked. And then, my dad wanted to listen to some Metallica today in the car, and he opened the window, hooked the iPod out of the window, so now that's gone.
Oh, problem solved. Someone said, what stupid thing did I purchase? I bought a 2010 Jeep Patriot. It's the worst Jeep ever made. So bad they discontinued it after like 9 years. That's from my neighbor. My wife thinks I'm a weirdo because I like just like out there kind of like just random cars, like especially older ones. And my wife's like, our neighbor just bought a Jeep Comanche, like it's not, and I'm like, what?
Weren't those from back in like the 70s or something?
And they went through like the 90s, I think, as well. But like they're just like, my wife's like, I don't understand why I bought such an old car. I'm like, because it's freaking awesome. That's why. When can I ride in it?
I haven't seen one of those in forever.
I love those. They go like a pickup truck, a Jeep pickup truck. I always thought they were the coolest thing.
They are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Can I tell you a stupid thing that I bought?
Yes.
It's not for...
Is it the jacket you're wearing right now?
No. This jacket is awesome.
Sorry.
It has mushrooms on it. It's cool.
I'm only kidding. One of our coworkers was giving you a hard time about it, and I thought that was funny. I actually do like it.
So I bought, and I think Sarah maybe actually saw this in our hotel room in San Diego. I bought the little like sticky bra boob thing that you can put on yourself.
Oh yeah, I know exactly. Daddy, we have those, right?
So that you don't have to wear a bra. Like if you have like a backless dress or something like that, it doesn't show any lines and things of that nature.
And then the dress will stay in its right spot.
Yes, and you don't have, you're not poking out.
The turkeys aren't done.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's it's for coverage. They need to like put a warning on this thing that it's like not for women who have had children who now have just saggy boobs and there's no lift. Your boobs just sit there and sag and it's very embarrassing.
So did you think this little thing of tape was going to lift your boobs as well?
Well, they have those too.
Oh, they do?
They do. And if you tape underneath and pull it up, if you have an old mom boob like me, it just folds it in half.
Well, I appreciate boobs. I'm so glad I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff.
That's fair. Also, I like how she's showing us on herself right now.
That's a human resource nightmare.
Steve is keeping very good eye contact with me because you're basically showing
you're
us
fondling
what's
yourself right now, and I'm like, I don't want to look, but like you're making me look. So I'm like looking at you in the face, and then finally I'm like, I'm just going to look at Danny as you tell this story, because I don't want to stare at your chest.
Well, the thing is,
and you're like going, and then you do that, whoopie doopie, boing boing boing, and I'm like, what are we doing here?
But to your point, had I just read the reviews, had I read the comments on this product, I would know it's really for not women. It's not for women like me.
But imagine if I had to buy like a special kind of goalie cup. And I'm right now telling you the story about the goalie cup, and I'm just adjusting the junk left and right. Wouldn't that be off-putting to you?
Maybe.
I would stare.
Right?
Yeah.
There's a cup right here, but if you move it over there, then all of a sudden,
just say
they don't take into account that I'm in my 50s now.
I can't look at any of you anymore.
They should put a warning label on these things.
Someone said, Taryn, calm down. You're going to get that Jason guy from the other day all excited. The one that wants to scratch an itch with you.
Yes,
An
he
itch
does.
Yes.
Rockaholics, we know that you are a massive music fan, but could you name a song after only hearing 1 second of the chorus? Prove that to us, and if you do, we're going to hook you up with tickets to see Coheed and Cambria and Taking Back Sunday. They are going to be together at Chateau Ste. Michelle Winery on September 21st. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Yeah, sure thing. Hey, you sold that car yet?
Yeah, sold it to Carvana.
Oh, I thought you were selling to that guy.
The guy who wanted to pay me in foreign currency, no interest, over 36 months? Yeah, no. Carvana gave me an offer in minutes, picked it up, and paid me on the spot. It was so convenient.
Just like that.
Yep.
No hassle.
None.
That is super convenient. Sell your car to Carvana and swap hassle for convenience. Pickup fees may apply.
Plug in a Hyundai EV and the extraordinary happens. From the charge time and range in the Ioniq 5 and 6 to the adventurous spirit of the Kona Electric to the 601 horsepower Ioniq 5N. Hyundai EVs make the extraordinary electrifying. There's joy in every journey.
EPA estimated 303-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 5 SE SEL Limited rear-wheel drive and 361-mile driving range for 2024 Ioniq 6 SE long-range rear-wheel drive with fully charged battery. Actual range may vary. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
All morning, we have received texts and calls from you, but we haven't had a chance to catch up with everyone yet. But the time has come. We are checking in with the Rockaholics right now, so call up if you'd like to chime in on anything from the show today, or if you have anything on your mind that you would like to discuss. 206-803-ROCK. Now, you might recall earlier, we had this story about a guy that was getting tattooed.
Yes.
And he was under general anesthesia, and he ended up passing away while under anesthesia.
He's like a social media influencer, and he went to Brazil, I think it was, and he wanted to get a big back tattoo, which I hear back tattoos are not fun. So he decided, I'll just get put out for the tattoo, and he never came through again.
Yeah, he did not. And it turns out, we got a text at 206-803-ROCK. We have a doctor that listens to this program, Dr. Burden, and we believe he's on the phone with us right now. Doctor, can you give us a little bit of a window into the world of this tattoo disaster?
Well, thank you, Sarah. I love your show, and I'm sure I'm not the only doctor listening right now, so maybe some others will chime in as well.
I'm going to put money on the fact that you are the only doctor that listens to our show, but all right, I appreciate that.
Come on, it's a great show.
Thank you.
You rock, Doc.
I appreciate it, and rock and roll, of course. Gotta love rock and roll. But at any rate, it's a topic that's near and dear to my heart because one of my relatives went in to have an eyelid tuck, and she was put under general anesthesia and had sudden death under anesthesia.
Oh, my
And sudden death under anesthesia, it's terrible. She's only 50 years old, and a beautiful woman who just wanted her eyes to look a little different than they did. She could have had a few small injections of what people say Novocaine, but nowadays we use lidocaine or bupivacaine, just local anesthetic, to numb up her lids for the surgery. She would have been awake through the entire thing, talking about whatever she felt like talking about to the anesthesiologist, and it would have been done.
No, it's a stupid question, but is it too much of the anesthesia that put her to sleep, or like how does that happen, or it's something so routine like that where someone can die from that?
Well, that's a very good question. It's not necessarily dose dependent. Sudden paradoxical death under anesthesia, unexplained. It just happens. My father was an orthopedist, and he ran a surgical center. Outlying surgical center, not associated with a hospital. So he had 3 operating suites, and he refused to do any general anesthesia for his patients, even though some wanted it. If they wanted it bad enough, they had to go somewhere else, because my father said that sudden death under anesthesia occurs in 1 in 5,000 cases. Wow. And he did 50,000 cases during the course of his time as an orthopedist. He's a hand specialist. And he had 0 deaths, but he would have had 10 deaths. 10 sudden deaths under anesthesia had he used general anesthesia for all of those cases. It's just something that happens. And for me, as an emergency physician, we get called to the operating room. It's code blue, emergency team to the operating room, code blue stat. I grab my little box, and sweat starts breaking out on my brow. Even after 20 years of doing this, I run. It's one of the few times I run to the operating room, and I get there, but they call it sudden death under anesthesia. They don't call it sudden arrest, cardiac arrest under anesthesia, or I can fix those. I can fix anything, but it's like they say in The Princess Bride, if the fans of the Princess Bride movie, we're almost dead, and then there's dead. And when they're dead, all you can really do is check their pockets for change. That's what Miracle Max said, and that's kind of the way it is. You arrive in the operating room, and the person unfortunately has nothing. And even though I like to think I can resuscitate anyone as a fully trained emergency physician with lots of experience and board certification and everything, that's what we do. We bring people back that go down. It's what we do for a living. It's one of the things we're very best at.
What's crazy is like when I think about like when my friends or even I've had to go under, like you just don't even think about like the risk of that. The only time I get nervous was when I got to get my dog's teeth cleaned and like they put the dog under. And that's when I'm like, I'm a little too nervous about this. It's funny how like that's where my priority is when it comes to like anesthesia.
Yeah. Well, the dog has a risk too, but I'm not able to give you numbers on that. And it's improved a bit, since back in my dad's day. It's maybe closer to 1 in 10,000 now than 1 in 5,000, but it's still an entity with which I had too much experience, during 30 years in emergency medicine. It's just incredibly tragic.
So have you heard of other people, Doctor? Have you ever heard of people like using anesthesia for a tattoo?
There's a lot of good options for a tattoo. Regional anesthesia can block any part of the surface of the body with an injection while the person is totally awake. And you can numb up a big patch of skin with a very small injection if the anesthesiologist is familiar with the techniques. And that's the optimum way to have a tattoo if you don't want to feel it. I mean, they say you got to earn your tattoo. You got to feel it. You got to earn it. So that's one school of thought. But if you really don't want to feel it, then as a person in emergency medicine who specialized in regional anesthesia, I can say that there's almost no part of the body that I can't numb up completely on the surface with just a very small injection.
Imagine showing up to a tattato artist with Dr. Burden and be like, hey, I brought my doctor with me. He's going to numb up my skin.
They could bring me, or they could bring in any emergency physician. Nowadays, emergency medicine uses ultrasound. I don't know if you follow the new show, The Pit. It's a new TV show. In the beginning of the first hour of the day, they have a horrible-looking leg injury. And one resident says, we need to give him morphine now. And the other says, no, we can't give morphine. We need to keep track of this person's mental status as a seriously injured person. We can do a popliteal nerve block. So they use ultrasound to do a popliteal nerve block. And, of course, it takes me about 15 minutes to do one, and I'm very fast. And they did it in like 30 seconds on TV. But then they managed to straighten out her leg and fix it without giving her a bunch of sedation, a bunch of dangerous medications, at that point, which can confuse the picture and hide her other injuries and make it difficult to talk to her at that point. So, I mean, you can do a nerve block, which will cover any area of the body, essentially, and an anesthesiologist or an emergency physician can do these. It totally removes the risk. We have in emergency medicine what we call mild, moderate, and deep sedation. And we can do deep sedation. We do that a lot. The person is completely free of pain. They look like they're asleep. Sometimes you can wake them up. Sometimes you can't wake them up. It's very deep, but you don't have to put down a breathing tube. Deep sedation is much safer. Deep sedation is much safer than general anesthesia. In general anesthesia, the person loses their ability to breathe and they have to have that breathing tube put down. And the breathing tube itself is a very invasive, intrusive thing. Most people have, jaw pain and lip pain and tongue pain and throat pain for days.
Sorry to interrupt you, but if I want to go to get a tattoo and I want to do this, can you recommend a YouTube tutorial on how I could do this myself without? No, I'm kidding. Just joking.
Thank you so much, Doc.
Well, it'll be hard if you want to do your lower back, I tell you.
I'm very limber. No.
Thank you so much for calling. And now, you know what? I'm excited. Now we have his phone number. So if we ever have a medical question, we'll just call him up.
I'm going to picture you on a Saturday night. You just had a couple glasses of wine and you hurt like something happened on your body. And you're just like, I'm going to call a doctor.
Migs, in all your years of playing hockey, have you ever given up a goal for a strange reason?
I've given up a lot of goals. And usually just because I'm a bad goalie.
Oh, no. Well, there's one NHL goalie who gave one up, and nachos were to blame. So we're going to tell you what happened at 9:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
The Oilers were playing at home against the Washington Capitals on Tuesday night when a fan threw a container of nachos onto the ice. That is so wasteful.
And also, the cheese is then going to freeze to the ice. This is a terrible idea.
So a couple moments later, Corey Perry scored on Capitals goalie Logan Thompson, but he instantly pointed with his glove toward the nachos, and this is the play-by-play.
Puts Edmonton right back in the game at 3-2. There's shrapnel on the ice, and the Caps are upset about it.
Something came over the glass, and he says it distracted him right as this shot is taken. And that's what it is. Nachos that came over the glass. Always dangerous when fans are throwing stuff onto the ice, and don't like seeing that.
Yeah, those nachos were already there.
I thought these play-by-play, and I was like, I can't believe we're even talking about nachos right now.
The goal was not overturned. The nachos were scooped up by the ice crew with shovels, and then the Capitals still went on to win 3-2.
Oh, at least they won. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So then after the game, Logan was talking about the nachos incident.
What happened on the Corey Perry goal?
I've never seen nachos and cheese on the ice there, and it's a weak goal on my part. I kind of stopped playing, and I was distracted, and I've never seen that before, but a goal still counted. I don't know the rule, so it is what it is.
I'm telling you, I don't blame him. I'd be like, I never expected to see cheese. I'm just shocked they didn't disallow the goal and say nacho goal. Sorry.
Oh, no.
I should just go home.
A woman was arrested because of how she handled her son eating too many hot dogs. We're going to tell you about it during the Daily Migs download after Weezer.
The Daily Migs Show. Daily Migs Show. Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes, and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
A.K.A. the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
Ryan Castle joins us. Good day, sir.
And to you, young lady.
I would say happy Thirsty Thursday, but you're still doing dry January.
Way to rub it in.
It's not even the dry January. It's the Eastside weight loss, too. Like both, I've got double duty for not drinking, and it's terrible.
Yeah, you can't compensate with one because you're not doing the other.
No, I need something to fill that hole in my soul.
I'm sure someone on the text line will be able to help you with that. Hey, the DMD is brought to you by Palasalon. Congratulations to Ichiro. Yesterday, we're talking about the fact that he's going into the Hall of Fame. And today, we're talking about the fact that the Mariners are going to retire his number. So number 51 will be retired. A big ceremony is going to be happening on August 9th during one of the games then.
There's a woman from Pennsylvania accused of chaining her 11-year-old son to a basement fuel tank for hours because he ate too many hot dogs. The boy is okay. His mother, her name is Chastity, clearly is not. Here's the lawyer talking about this crime.
She starts berating him that he ate too many hot dogs in the days prior. She saw it on the cameras and he was going to get his punishment. Grabbed the handcuffs and she actually handcuffed him to the fuel tank. Mom then leaves and goes about her day.
I think the most disturbing part of that story is her name is Chastity.
I like the mom has handcuffs.
No, Chastity Castle.
Sounds like my kind of girl.
Hey, Kraken are at home tonight taking on the Washington Capitals at Climate Pledge Arena. As far as weather, we're hitting a high of 42 degrees. It's going to be a sunny day. The DMD is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, and that's what's up.
Ryan Castle is up next with the Morning 12-pack.
The Daily Migs Show. The Daily Migs Show.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/Confluence. That's ATLASSIAN.com/CONFLUENCE.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads-Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Presented by T-Mobile, the official wireless partner of Odyssey Sports. With an awesome network and great savings, there's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit your neighborhood store to make the switch today.